We are pleased to be joined by today's race winner, Ryan Briscoe of Team Penske. This is Ryan's first win of the season. His previous best finish of the year was third at Texas. This is Ryan's seventh career IndyCar victory. His last victory came in 2010 at Texas as well. Ryan has finished second in 2008 and 2009 here at Sonoma, and third in 2011, and now on the top spot here. So congratulations on today's win. If you can, walk us through today's great race.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, pretty clean race actually. We were kind of expecting it to possibly go green from start to finish like the last two have done, and so we're sort of in for the long haul. We started on reds, the car was really strong, and we're just trying to get a fuel number where we knew we were going to be safe for the rest of the race and not be burning too much early on. So I was just kind of holding ground with Will at the start of the race there, and we were sort of within range. We went to blacks for the next two stints, and the car just wasn't quite as good. I was struggling to maintain the speed on the black tyre, and then we got a timely yellow, I guess, and the 12 car guys made a little mistake in the pits, so we got the lead and finished the race on the reds, where the car was just, it was awesome again. It was the best it had been all day, and just put my head down and held the guys off behind me for the win. So really proud of the whole team. Flawless in the pits. Roger with the strategy, he was I don't know if any of you could hear our radio, but Roger was on it today. He was probably talking to me 6 times a lap for the whole race, and he was definitely excited. We always get excited when we come to this race. For whatever reason it is, Team Penske cars are always strong, and you know, Will and I kind of dominated all weekend this weekend. So hats off to Will as well, and you know, Chevrolet, we got the championship this weekend. So you know, big hats off to everybody there. It's been a strong season. They've been working so hard with us. Every race we get updates and improvements, and it's been a fierce battle with Honda. So a great welcoming back to IndyCar this year.
Thank you. We'll start with questions with Marshall.
Ryan, I counted before I came down. It's been 813 days since your last win. You obviously want to close the year on a high note. What do you take away from your satisfaction that you've won, or the fact that you're going to close out the season in style?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, it feels good to finish the season strong for sure. A lot of those days, unfortunately, are off season. I wish we had more races. We've got like 5 months on, 7 off. So that's my excuse, but it was only last year. But no, it's great, you know, to get the win. You get into a slump, you know, and you think, man, am I ever going to win again? And so this is definitely lifting, confidence builder. You know, we've been fast all year long. I don't know how many front row starts we've had this year, so many, and just had to struggle executing in the race for whatever reason, whether it's been bad luck or whatever. So today just, you know, it fell into our hands. We raced hard, ran strong, and hopefully it's the start of, you know, maybe a couple more wins in the next 2 races. We'll see.
Bruce.
I know that we talked a couple of weeks ago about next season. How much do you think this really helps provide a little additional security for, you know, coming back and putting a deal together for next season?
Well, it doesn't hurt. I mean, who knows, you know, what it means for next year, but you know, I just want to go out there every weekend, do a good job, and you know, be professional and strong, and do my job. But you know, we're sort of working hard on next year, and hopefully we have something in place here soon.
And just as a follow-up, talking out in victory lane about those restarts, just go back over those restarts and how you were able to gun it, stay ahead of Will.
Well, you know, Will on those restarts, he was exactly where I was for the start of the race, so I knew the advantage that I had being on the left-hand side. The restarts are pretty early, and you've got, you know, sort of 1, 2, 3 kinks to the left before you brake up into turn 1, and it's a lot shorter distance. So for me, it was all about just gassing it, making sure that I had the RPM right, wasn't going to wheel spin, and just be nice and clean. So you know, it went according to plan, and we went from there both times.
Patrick.
Just follow up on that a little bit. It looked like Hunter Ray tried to push you down the front straightaway on one of those restarts. Did you feel that? And Is that a concern at all? Because it seemed like everybody, it looked like you went a little slow and bunched them up real tight.
No, I didn't feel a thing, you know. I was sort of, I could see Will on my outside, and I knew that once we hit the hill and it was turning, he was going to have to, you know, lift and get in line, or end up out in the dirt. So, you know, I wasn't too worried. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't making a mistake, and that was it.
Other questions for Ryan?
How's your wine?
Wine's pretty good, yeah. It's got good tannins. No.
Impressive. Jack?
The fact that it was a teammate that you're racing against on the restarts, did that give you a little more confidence than if it was somebody else pushing for the lead beside you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think anyone, you know, Will was trying as hard as anyone would to try to get me on the start. There's not much you can do from that position, I think. It's you're sort of relying on maybe the pole sitter to make a mistake, really. There's not much else. You can't cross the start-finish line in front of the leader. So, you know, I was pretty confident with what I needed to do, and you know, I wouldn't have done it any different if it was Frank Kitty on my outside.
Are there any questions upstairs?
No questions.
Any other questions down here? Well, Ryan, congratulations on a great win.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you for joining us today.